Hey guys, this is William with another video for Play-agricola.com's YouTube channel and twitch.tv/play_agricola. I'm playing I'm playing a J4 Playtest tournament game. We're in round 2. I'm playing with Payne, Montu, and PJ17. So, let's take a look at this first pile. Freshman is pretty good. It gives you free, you go on So Bake and you play an occupation. Field Merchant. Play this card to get a wood and a reed. Every time you decline a major minor action, you get a food or a vegetable instead. Okay. Grain Harvester. It's okay. Wood Rooms now cost you 1 reed. 5 wood through round 5. 4 wood round 6 and 7. So wood rooms get cheaper with wood hut extender. Woodworker. Wood from an accumulation space. Exchange 1 wood for a sheep. Reader. As soon as you have 6 ox, this card provides room for 1 person. So I kind of like the idea of taking freshman here and then getting reader on the rebound. Since freshman plays occupations so easily, I should be able to play a whole bunch of occupations. Hey, Samfolds. Yeah, late start for me today. Workshop assistant. Unique pair of different building resources on each of your improvements. Each time another player renovates, move 1 such pair. Unique pair of different building resources on each of my improvements. Oh, I see. Okay. So like you put wood, clay, reed stone. This card could pay out a lot. We're playing a 4-player game. This card could pay out a lot. It would take a long time to come in, but this could give a lot. Huh. I'm actually not sure which to take now. Workshop assistant looks really strong. I guess on each of my improvements. Okay, so that makes it a little worse. So what are the odds I have like more than 2 more than 2 improvements in play before people start renovating? It's not that likely. I'm going to take freshman here. And if workshop assistant comes back, great. I can play it with freshman after building, say, the clay oven. Alright. Site manager is great. Site manager also helps me get a ton of improvements and occupations out. So I'm probably taking site manager unless I see something really good. Homekeeper. 1 clay or stone room in your house can hold an additional person if it's adjacent to a field and a pasture. We saw Lumen use this kind of interestingly. It's not better than site manager in my opinion. Tree inspector. 1 wood accumulation space for you only. Each time the newly revealed space is stone, return all. That's okay. Anytime you can turn a reed into 3 food. Oh yeah, this is like grain cellar but with reed. Child ombudsman, provided you have room. Excluding exchange 1, blah blah blah. Yeah, I'm taking site manager here. What's great is I can go on major minor, build a clay oven for 2 clay, get a bake action, decline it with freshman, play in an occupation. Do some pretty cool stuff. So we've been talking about Sansol said dream round one start. How do you get animal pen in play in round 1? Yeah, that's right, Sid. This is a tournament game. You can tell because of the color of the cards. Each time another player uses fishing, give them a wood to get food. No thanks. Minstrel. Start of the returning home phase. Only one space on round 1 to 4 is unoccupied. I can use that space. I mean, with freshmen, I certainly will want to use the so bake space more often than normal. But Minstrel still seems quite situational because, you know, sheep, fence, major, minor. Sculptor 2, each time you use a clay accumulation space. Like, a lot of the time fencing is what's going to be available, and I'm not going to want to use fencing. Sculptor 2, each time you use a clay accumulation space, you get a food. Each time you use a stone space, you get a grain. That actually seems okay. Using stone and getting grain is okay. I think my pick here, though, is layabout. I know the freshman errata. What's the freshman errata? That you can use freshman without playing, without being able to do anything, right? You can... okay, I'll read this. Yeah, I can use it on So Bake, right? I mean, I don't like the ruling, but... Are you referring to something different, Sid? Once per turn. Not a play a locks combo with bread paddle. Oh, okay. Oh, sure. Yeah. I can use it on So Bake without baking. Yeah, that's the only thing I really care about. I'm going to take layabout here. Seems like with Site Manager and Layabout, I can go for first growth and maybe push for a well or something like that. Okay. Buy a bonus point for 2 food. Interesting. Joinery has to be in play, though. Potato planter. Each work phase in which you occupy 1 clay or 1 reed accumulation space while the other is unoccupied, you get a vegetable. Yeah, getting vegetables is nice. Fisherman's Friend. At the start of each round, there's more food on the traveling players and on the fishing accumulation space. You get the difference from the general supply. And that happens at the start of each round. So this would encourage me to keep going on the fishing space, basically. So if I had some reason to go on fishing a lot, like for example, if I could bake bread on fishing, I could play my ox on the fishing space and then get food from Fisherman's Friend. But this seems quite weak because you activate it once and then it's not active again for another couple rounds. Getting vegetables seems nice. Clay plaster seems okay. I think I'm going to take potato planter. Just seems like a card to play with my second action in round 1, and then I'll get a bunch of vegetables. And then with, a cooking hearth, for example, then I should feed fairly easily. Accumulate a bunch of vegetables, yeah. Okay. Woodworker. When you take wood, you get sheep. Get the grain faster. Workshop assistant. Yeah, I'm going to take workshop assistant. Yeah, this card looks really cool. Yeah, so it seems like with Workshop Assistant, Site Manager, if I can play like 3 or 4 occupation improvements early, like if I can play Workshop Assistant before anybody renovates, you know, there's going to be at least 4 renovations, and this can get me woodstone, you know, woodstone, wood reed, reed stone, wood clay. So that seems pretty cool. Would like I can use it to get like a couple incidental reed, which I will need. Like I don't know, it just looks like a really cool card. I'm excited to try it out. I don't think I need Seed Trader. Actually, don't really think I need any of these. Potato Planter and Seed Trader seem kind of redundant. I guess the ability to buy grain is acceptable with Seed Trader. Yeah, Tree Inspector seems okay, but the timing is kind of hard. I'm going to take Seed Trader here. Yeah, I've not found that wood has been limited generally. How's the extension working? I guess I haven't taken any cards yet. Or no cards have been played, I should say. Okay. So this seems like a game where I should build rooms more than once. You think Fisherman's Friend, it looks cool? You go on fishing, you get all the food from fishing, and you go on fishing to get all the food from traveling players. Yeah. Tournament game? Yeah, Rylocran. Oh, you don't take the food from traveling players. Oh. Okay. I'm dumb then. I thought, so you're injecting food into the game. I thought you take the food from traveling players. I misread that. Not really that interested in adoptive parents. This is like a game. This is like a zero food game. With Freshman, I can play Ox with 0 food. With Layabout, I can feed with 0 food. Like I might just not have much food in general, so I don't really want to pay 1 food to adopt if I can avoid it. I think I'm gonna try Henpecked Husband here again. I keep taking this card and it keeps burning me, but it seems like Freshman is finally the card that will let me use it. Actually, the nice thing about Freshman is I can use the sow part of the action space with my Seed Trader or my Potato Planter, and then not use the bake part and play an occupation. So sow plus an occupation seems like a good action. Each time before you take an unconditional sow action, you can pay 3 food to plow a field. Now this is what I'm looking for. This is the card that looks amazing for me. 3 food to plow a field. I just need to set up a food engine, like getting a ton of vegetables. However, we've got Pulverizer Plow here. Pulverizer Plow is amazing. I remember that from stage 1. Pulverizer Plow was ridiculous. Anything else to seriously consider? Material Hub. 2 of each building resource. Every time people take a lot of it, you get 1. That's okay, but it seems kind of slow. Pulverizer Plow is great. So yeah, I would take Drill Harrow, but I'd rather pay 1 clay for a field than 3 food for a field. Pulverizer Plow looks good. PJ subbing for someone? Yep, that's right. Subs, you basically, because there's only 16 players in the field, it's unlikely we're going to be able to get 4 at once. Unlikely we're going to be able to get 4 players online active at once, so we can use anyone as a substitute. And that player just doesn't accumulate tournament points. I need to get the fan going again, 'cause I am already hot. So yeah, it was like 30 degrees today. And what was it, 2.5 weeks ago it was snowing? Oh, man. Okay, well, paper knife's fine, but it's passing, so it's not great. I can let someone else draft it. Whenever you renovate, you can build the stable without paying wood. Mining hammer seems okay. Garden claw, 1 food on each remaining round space, up to 3 times the number of planted fields you have. Nope. Heart of Stone. Each time a stone accumulation space is revealed, you can take a family growth without placing a person. 4 food is quite expensive. Milking place. Pay a grain. Feeding phase of each harvest, you get 1 food. No longer hold animals in your house. Ah, I see. It's house goat, but it's neutered. Yeah, you pay a grain. That's too bad. Hook knife. Only play this card if you have less than 9, 8, 7, 6 sheep in a game. Once you get the sheep. No. Growing farm. If you have at least as many pasture spaces as the number of completed rounds, you get a number of food equal to the round total. No. And it costs 2 clay and a reed too. That's pretty expensive. Wood rake. 7 goods in your fields before the final harvest, 2 bonus points. That should be quite doable. So the thing is, mining hammer is 2 points, but I have to play it before I reno. Whereas wood rake, I can play it in round 14 to get the 2 points. 7 goods, so 3 fields with 8 is enough. Versus mining hammer. I'll take wood rake here. Should be able to make it work. Truffle slicer. Each time you use a wood accumulation space, if you have a boar, you can pay a food for a bonus point. Ooh, interesting. Lumber mill. Each improvement costs you 1 wood less. Kind of expensive. 2 stone for this effect is kind of expensive. But it seems like it could be really powerful. You know, if I have a handful of wood miners... The language on wood rake? Oh yeah, I agree. It is very silly. Winnowing fan. Field phase. Use a baking improvement to bake. This might actually be a good option. I'm not sure. Let's read the rest of these. Woodcraft. Get food if you have at least most 5 wood. Barley mill. In the field phase of each harvest, 1 food for each grain field that you harvest. Okay, so there's a couple different ways I could go with this draft. I could plow a couple fields early and try to set up something like barley mill, bale of straw, winnowing fan. And truffle slicer seems okay. Food for a point is very interesting to me. Just have to get a boar. This is interesting to me. Especially if I took Truffle Slicer and got Winnowing Fan back, then I could, you know, bake in the harvest. So my plan right now is sort of get 2 fields up. Then when I'm using Freshman, I can sow. Like I guess I have Pulverizer Plow, so I'm not going to just plow manually. It's better for me to just pulverize plow, but I should be able to get some stuff sown. Especially I like the 1 clay action. Yeah, especially if Reed's available, I can be getting vegetables. I can get a lot of food. So it seems to me this game is all about building a cooking hearth, getting a bunch of vegetables, and then I can sow vegetables. So I don't really need Winnowing Fan. I'm going to take Truffle Slicer here. Yeah, here's 3 wood miners so far. So it's quite expensive so far. My pet peeve for this set is all the during the scoring. It should have just said during scoring. I don't know why they didn't clean that up. Strawberry Patch is actually going to be quite good for me. 1 wood for 2 points and 3 food. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be able to enable it. I'm going to want to sow vegetables. But I could play bunk beds as well. Like, this definitely seems like a hand where I want to family growth a bunch of times. Especially with layabout in hand. And playing my occupation so easily. Yeah, I've got kind of a couple different options here. I could bunk beds or... well, it's really bunk beds or Strawberry Patch. I think those are the best options. Family growthing is nice, but Strawberry Patch is 2 points. It's so good for a minor improvement. Like, 1 wood for 2 points and food. That's great. Okay, Muddy Puddles. Bottom to top, boar food, cattle food, sheep. Anytime pay 1 clay to take the top, good. Well, I'm going to like 1 clay actions because they get me vegetables and they get me plows. So I think the pick here is Muddy Puddles. Material Hub seems okay, but it seems a little slow. I'm going to take Muddy Puddles here. So all my miners are quite expensive. So I actually wouldn't mind trying to set up that 2 stone, make your wood improvement cost cheaper. That would be nice. But yeah, it seems like I want to build the well and I want to build a cooking hearth. And then probably 4 rooms. And set up a bunch of fields. And eat a bunch of grain, get a bunch of points when I take wood at the end of the game. Pulverizer Plow is extremely strong. I was very lucky to open Pulverizer Plow. Clay for a field is great. Especially because you do it while taking clay. So you're usually getting 1 or 2 clay and then also plowing a field. So you're increasing, and then if you have any way to use those clay, or you have nice triggers like potato planter, for example. Workshop Assistant seems interesting as well. I don't know when I'm going to be able to get it online. But if I play, if I use Site Manager to build the well. So, okay, so basically I have 2 different ways to use 2 stone. I can use it to discount all my wood miners, or I can use it to... it's gone. Okay. Milking Place, I guess. Garden Claw seems too slow. Grain for a point is an acceptable conversion. But yeah, all my miners are pretty expensive. I don't really have any free miners. Fortunately, I can play occupations on So Bake, so I always have something good to do with my second action. Okay, barley mill seems quite expensive, so I'll just take woodcraft. Just because it's cheap. Oh, sorry. Thanks, Sam Folds. Yeah, so I was saying workshop assistant seems quite good. I should be able to get it to pay off for about 4 times. So, I mean, the resources are slow, but just as long as I have a way to use them. I think workshop assistant would be really good in G4-5. This card would be really good in G4-5 because there are some cards that let you play a bunch of improvements early. Alright, so we've got some occupations here. We started in 4, so we're getting reedstone food or 3 wood. Shovel Bearer seems really good. Yep, definitely used that card nicely before. Clay Warden. Whenever another player uses it, you get a food. Okay. Well, we got a 3 wood round 1, which is... it's okay. We would have rather played Freshman, but So Bake hasn't come out yet, so not such a big deal. Second action, probably start player Pulverizer Plow. Maybe start player Woodcraft. No, Woodcraft has a 1-oc prereq. So yeah, start player Pulverizer Plow seems fine. Although it does kind of put a target on our back because it's such a dominant card in this format. Will definitely give people a reason to mess with me. Is my fan too loud? Is it bothering you guys? It's on the lowest setting, but I do have it kind of close to my face. Payne plays minor improvement dwelling mounds. We're getting 2 clay back. 1 food for each new field tile that you place. Oh! 3 points. Interesting. So Payne is going to do a very low number of fields in all likelihood. I guess I'm taking 2 clay here for muddy piles, or muddy puddles, or for building a 2 clay fireplace. I have these farms messed up. PJ17 and Mod 2 are messed up. Oh, it's because I haven't adjusted these yet. Clay and a food for Montu. Seems good. Okay, I could play my freshman here, free freshman. I could take 2 reed. 2 reed and going towards building the first room seems good. Especially after a 3 wood round 1. 3 wood, 2 clay round 1. This could be like a 0 occupation game. None of my miners have an occupation prerequisite except for woodcraft. So this could be a 0 occupation game if I really want it to be. Doesn't seem like that's necessarily what I need to do, but it's an option. Yes, this is working good. So we've got Occupation Earthenware Potter. Play this card in round 4 before. After the final harvest, 1 point for each person for which you then play 1 clay. Okay. So it's going to likely be 4 clay for 4 or 5 clay for 4 or 5 points. Payne plays Trade Teacher. Never use Occupation, buy 2 goods. Yeah, so this card, Payne definitely wants to build a cooking hearth for sure with Trade Teacher. I'm just taking 2 wood now. And yeah, I'm ready to build the first wood room. And so that's my current goal. I still want more wood. I want more wood to play my minor improvements. Round 3 being the major minor would be kind of nice, because then I could build the fireplace and take 3 sheep in round 4. PJ17 plays Teacher's Desk. Each time you use a major improvement or renovation action space, play 1 occupation for 1 food. Okay. So use major minor, play an Ock. Seems fine. I mean, it's something that you usually want to do like 3 times, so it gains you probably 3 occupations. Just as long as you can be patient with your occupations. Usually you want to sometimes you don't want to major minor once, but usually you can major minor once and then reno twice. Basically better than Guildhall. Yeah. Yeah, it's much easier to play. Yes, that's a good point. Although you do have to play an occupation before, so you can't play all of your occupations just with that card. What's the round 3 card? It is So Bake. You can play minors on major minor to get Ox. That's a good point. Yep. So you don't have to play full majors. Like, think about my last game where I had was it on Friday? No, it was Saturday. I guess it was Saturday, where I had I had Guildhall, and it kind of underperformed for me. I could start player to get the 2 clay fireplace, but I would have to first action build the fireplace, and it might mean giving up out on the first room. So I think what I'll just do is I'll just get my freshman online here. Wonder if Payne has the whenever I'm looking at the stone and wondering about the stone stone person. 2 stone card. Make your wood miners cheaper. I mean, Payne, they might have it. We just haven't seen it yet. Yeah, you know what? Payne's going to start player if no one else does. So that means PJ17 might have to start player here again to get the fireplace or cooking hearth. I'll play my freshman here. And second action, maybe 3 food, maybe 3 wood, maybe so bake. I guess I could build the 2 clay fireplace with site manager. How good would that be? It would be okay. I mean, I definitely want to get Ridiculous Clay Warden, yeah. 3 payoffs already. Really good. Yeah, Shovel Bearer is kind of crazy. Might mean Potato Planter underperforms. Yeah, PJ17 start players, yeah. So I would have had to first action start player to get the 2 clay fireplace in round 4. And doing that would have meant giving up on the first room. And I have other uses for my clay, like with muddy puddles. So, I mean, I definitely want a cooking hearth at some point. That's going to be really important for me, but the first sheep grab would have been nice, but it wasn't like a absolute requirement, I don't think. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to play Henpecked Husband here. So if I'm looking at... Well, actually, no. PJ17 will first action build a room. Well, PJ17 will first action build the fireplace. Montu will then first action read stone food, which requires me to first action build a room to get that first room. Payne playing Cottager. Okay, so I think I'm not playing Henpecked Husband. So yeah, I could play Site Manager here. And then first action, I would have to choose between 3 sheep and the build a room space. So I have the same choice either way, depending on what I play here. Could play Potato Planter. Yeah, I think I like leaving the clay up, so I think I'm going to play something different. You know what? First action 4 food next round seems okay. Yeah. I'm going to play Henpecked Husband here. It's not great, but yeah, I can let Montu build ahead of me. Unfortunately, his normally he'd be under tighter food restraint, but his Clay Warden has given so much food already, like 3 food. Like, Montu should have 1 food and be required to take one of these 2 actions in round 4. But his Clay Warden has paid off so much. Oh, man. I mean, I should be able to Henpecked Husband build in round 5. That's the way I'm looking at it. I'm giving up on round 4 to get it in round 5. Oh, there's one of the cooking hearths. So, Montu has a lot of clay. Sculptor 2. Oh, this is the one that you get, yeah. Get a food on clay and then a stone on grain. Or a grain on stone, yeah. So Montu will read stone food. Payne probably takes 4 wood. I'm gonna take. I'm actually gonna take. Oh, I guess I should take 4 food, I suppose. Yeah, 4 food is safe. And then PJ17 probably gets the 2 read maybe. And then if Montu builds and Payne might take the 4 wood, then I could start player to get 6 wood. Start player to get 6 wood looks like it's on the table, which would be great. And if Montu doesn't build, I will very happily build a room, get an extra action. Probably play an occupation. Why did I think PJ17 was going to do something different? I don't know. I did not think PJ17 was going to take the wood there. Payne plays start player stew. Okay, to enable his cottager, I guess. Well, I'm not going to give Payne 6 wood for no reason, so I'll take the wood here and feed 4. Especially because I need a lot of wood myself. I'm going to first action take 3 read. It prevents PJ17 from being able to build. Actually, do I need to do that? I could take the 4 clay. I could take Reedstone Food as well. Reedstone Food's a pretty nice action. I'm wondering, giving PJ17 the 3 read seems like a little dangerous. Oh, Payne's taking the 3 read. Okay, good. So I don't even have to worry about that. So I can second action build a room. So I'll take Reedstone Food here. I want to start getting stone to potentially site manager the well. I could still site manager clay oven. I actually have the resources to site manager clay oven. Play another occupation. So what I'd do is I'd go on major miner. Sorry, no, I'd go on so bake, build the clay oven, get another occupation. Play workshop assistant. Ooh, I could have done that. Because Payne's gonna reno, right? Payne's gonna reno with cottager, probably with his second action. Yeah. That seems likely. Yeah, maybe I should have done that instead. Because then I would get a pair of resources already. Oh, what am I saying? I only have 1. I have 0 improvements in play. I was looking at PJ17's farm thinking, oh, I have 3 improvements in play. No, I have 0 improvements in play. Grain Depot here for Montu. So this, it was pointed out to me that this card, people were saying this looks like a stronger granary. I don't think it's a stronger granary because it doesn't have a point on it. It certainly is a more flexible one. The fact that the grain is better timed is a nice improvement because it's easier to get 3 grain out of it with the clay. It is missing the point though, so I think that's a factor. But yeah, it's an okay card. I have to evaluate how many sources of grain are available before I really decide how strong this is, I think. So I'm going to build a room here and pop my Reedstone Food person home. Grain Depot is stronger than Granary, but grain is easier to get. Yeah, that's my impression. Is that it's I don't know if it's stronger than Granary. It's certainly good. I mean, getting 4 grain is quite nice for 2 stone, but 2 stone's expensive. 2 clay for 3 grain is quite good. but there's no point on it. So that's a factor. So last action could play an occupation here. Could take 3 wood. Yeah, it depends on your game, right? Depends whether the earlier grain is relevant or not. Most of the time it is. It's not always, though. Like a lot of the times, games that I want to play granary in, I mostly just want to bake. I'm not trying to get food in the ground. Yes. Yeah, there you go. That's a good way of putting it, Sid. I'd agree with that. It's referring to the action space, not the action. PJ17 asking if he can major minor and play an occupation. Or play a minor and still play an oc, which of course he can. Minor, turn rest, plow. Is PJ17 giving up on... Wood hut extender. Okay. Yep. So 4 wood in round 6, so it just needs 1 reed in round 6 to be able to build a room. I'm definitely going to want to build a second room here. If I can beat PJ or Payne to the build a room. Well, actually, I guess Cottager doesn't want to use. Payne's going to get a lot of food from his Cottager. Okay, probably should play another occupation here. Seems like a good time to play potato planter, just to get it out there. Start getting some incidental vegetable income. I could Reedstone Food again, I guess. And then Reedstone Food lets me play Site Manager. And you know what? Especially if round 6 is Family Growth, then I'm Family Growthing round 7. 5 food is kind of perfect. Yeah, I'll Reedstone Food here. And then I'm ready to play Site Manager. Yeah, I like that better. Ooh, Family Growth doesn't come till round 7. That's really good for Payne. Teacher's desk. It would be good in G4-5. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Imagine using it with like a Stonehouse combination, right? It'd be really good. You know, you Reno twice, you play your 2 Stonehouse occupations. Could be quite scary. So I'm going to threaten to second action Henpecked Husband again. So I'm going to first action take 4 wood. Dropping frames, am I? Nope. Am I cutting out? It might be the fan if like OBS is trying to not let you guys hear the fan as I'm talking. Like, I don't know. How's my audio quality? Is it okay? Hey, thanks. Missed a move there. Going for a sheep grab. Could have built a major. Could have built a major improvement in taking the sheep, I guess. Yeah, that would have been good. Would have been a lot of food. Probably better than Reedstone food. Thing I like here is I can take 4 wood and Henpecked Husband again this round. And then maybe I'm in the same position even. Payne's going to build a cooking hearth. So I keep thinking Payne's going to reno, but then he builds a cooking hearth here. I mean, he might still try to reno, I assume, but I don't know. I get 4 wood here, which is fantastic. Fantastic. So didn't end up getting a cooking hearth, which is a bit of a problem. I thought I was going to feed with vegetables. I still can feed with vegetables, although of course they are worse to use now. So I think probably truffle slicer is not going to get in play, unfortunately. Or maybe not until like round 12. I'd really have to set up good feeding. Like, it seems like what I'm going to end up doing is using layabout. Using layabout in round 9 will be quite strong. Especially if I can grow twice in a row. Like, if I can grow round 8 and round 9, which I might be able to pull off. So, PJ17, he's got his wood hut extender. Round 8 or later, he can build rooms at 3 wood each. So PJ17 probably doesn't want to have to take 1 reed here, which means I can second action build in round 7 even. Unless Payne gets a 6 wood action. I guess if Payne gets enough wood all at once. But no, Payne's playing an occupation here, it sounds like. Oh, I also should look at this. Matu played Clay Plasterer. Oh, that's with his paper knife. Right. I forgot. Payne plays 2. Payne forgot to actually play the occupation. Or Ock. He didn't actually play the Ock. He plays Carpenter. Okay. So Payne is hoping for a nice 6 wood action next round. If I take 4 wood, is PJ17 taking 3 wood? I'm going to hope that that's the case. I hope that I can second action build a room next round. Payne will first action take 3 wood, which forces me to first action build a room. Maybe. Although Payne builds rooms on Cottager. You know what? Payne's going to be able to first action start player, second action day labor next round. No, never mind. He can't start player and build a room. Okay, so I can jump over pain no matter what. So I think the 4 wood here is fine. Oh. PJ17 is not taking 3 wood here. Taking 3 stone. 2 stone. Oh. Nah. Now Pain takes 6 wood. I could second action double build. Thing is, I can't even block the build room space. Oh well, I could first action start player. Yeah, I don't love that move by PJ17. He's gonna get 3 stone next round. Doesn't need to take 2 stone there. Because Matu obviously family grows, Pain obviously takes 6 wood, and then I'm basically obligated to start player here. We'll start player, play. Let's get the pulverizer plow in play. It's been waiting long enough. Time to start plowing. Hey Senswall, hope you're doing well this evening. So yeah, Pain's gonna build a room on day labor, I assume. I think he can only build 1 with his cottager. Sandswall! Thank you so much for the tier 1 sub. That's really awesome. Subscribe for 2 months. You get to be the politician in chat. Puff out your chest. Enjoy it. 2 months now, many more to come. Well, thank you. Appreciate that. Adding 2 streamers on Discord? I think I did. Let me take a look. Where can I look? Oh, I just look on here. I'm pretty sure, yeah, streamers. Yep. I gave you the tag. Alright, I'm gonna second action build a room here. Pop my first person home. PJ17 could start player now. I'm gonna hope that they don't. It would be really annoying if they do. I'm gonna hope that they don't hand Pain the game. That's what I'm gonna hope. Oh no! Oh. Oh, you know what? Henpeck's husband specifically says if my first person is on start player, I can't do that. Oh, he did it on major minor anyways. Lumber mill, each improvement costs 1 wood less. And then little stick knitter. Sheep accumulation space, you can get a family growth with room action. So that's nice. So PJ17. Was it? This is the first time I've taken start player. No, pulverizer is my first plate improvement. So instead of build a room, I'm going to do something else. So I may as well pulverizer plow here. Or I could play... Actually, you know what? Playing site manager here is not bad also. Yeah, I could play pulverizer here. Play site manager. Build the well. Play it for the cost of 2 stone. And then I'll probably end up layabouting in round 9. So I have to first action family growth here. So I will play my muddy puddles here, may as well. Yes, look at all those wells. Beautiful. O, F, A, F, H. I will second action build a room if build a room is not occupied, but I think PJ17 will occupy it here. And otherwise, I could play workshop assistants here. Even more satisfying when I'm the one to build it. That's right, yeah. That is right. I mean, if 6 clay comes back, I'm taking 6 clay, but it seems unlikely that that's what's coming back. I could 6 clay pulverize. Yeah, PJ17 builds a room, of course, because he's going to build, take the 2 sheep in family growth. Lumen's Chris? Is that a picture of actual Chris? Did Lumen get a picture of actual Chris? I have to know. Is that actually Chris Diot? Thanks, Chris. Yeah, that's great. I love that. How did Lumen get a picture? Did he like message Chris? I wonder how that happened. Do they know each other IRL? So Payne's gonna start player paper knife here probably. So that means I get 6 clay, which is awesome. So Montu took 4 wood. No idea, Sid. I hope Lumen got permission if he did it that way. Payne plays hard porcelain. 2, 3, 4 clay for 1, 2, 3 stone. Sure. Well, I'm extremely happy getting 6 clay here. Because I get to plow a field. Pulverizer plow. Get pulverized. Get pulverized. So, yeah, layabout here seems good. I guess I could also take fishing and then layabout in round 11. Although the round 11 harvest, I'm pretty likely to have fields sown that I will want to harvest from. Clay Warden a pulverizer game is absurdly good. Yeah, Montu's gonna get a lot of value. He already has gotten a lot of value out of it. That's for sure. His grain depot and his clay oven were paid for all from Clay Warden, which is really nice. So I think I want to set myself up to be able to grow in round 10. So that means I want to use a build room action with my second person. Should be very doable. I have the resources to build a wood room already. Workshop assistant would be okay here. Or to use it to get 2 reed, 2 stone, 2 wood in any combination. Maybe 1 reed and get a wood and a clay, since I can use the clay for muddy puddles. Yeah, because if I get 1 reed, then I can, and if I get a clay instead of a reed, I can get a 3rd wood. So I could get 3 wood, a wood, a clay, and a stone. Sorry, 3 wood, a clay, a reed, and a stone. And getting a lot of wood seems good with all my wood costed miners. Although, if I'm not playing Truffle Slicer anymore, I could still play Truffle Slicer. But am I gonna have enough food without, like, I was really counting on eating vegetables. So obviously eating vegetables with my 2 clay fireplace is quite a bit worse. I could maybe change tracks and try to workshop assistant to get the Basque Maker's Workshop and the pottery. I could kind of change tacks and try to go that direction. Although usually with those you still end up needing to get like a fireplace for a couple random sheep or something. Montu's thinking here. Certainly I want to get animals. Ooh, Montu, okay. So Montu obviously has that occupation where you get to family growth, or you get space for a person if you have a room adjacent to a field and a pasture. So obviously that's what Montu's doing here. Payne can also build, build, but he can't start player because he's going to first action family growth. Wooden Way Bucket. Each time before you take sheep or cattle, build a stable for 1 wood. Oh, okay. So before you take sheep, you build a stable for 1 wood. When you take cattle, you build a stable for no wood. Yeah, seems good. Going on cattle, building a stable for free seems quite good. So I can't first action start player, then second action henpecked husband. So I think I'll just take 3 stone here. Actually, I could take 5 food. These 5 food actions are quite good. Although Payne won't use them, and Montu has to first action build to get ahead of me. Or has to first action start player to get ahead of me. You know what? Building the pottery seems good. Pottery seems quite good. Take 3 stone. One of the 5 food actions will probably be available with my 3rd move. Because Payne will probably day labor build. And then Montu will start player. Montu might take one of these 5 food actions. PJ17 has 11 wood though. So, or 11 food. So I don't think PJ17 will take it. Although PJ17 will second action build now. But I mean, I'm going to build in front of them with henpecked husband. Yeah, Montu start player education bonus. Do you play your blah blah blah, you get blah blah blah. So he can get a stone, a vegetable, and a field for playing 3 more occupations. And there was the play 6 occupations, get room for an extra person. So Montu might have taken that card, so it would give him a really good reason to play another 3 occupations. Have room for another person. Yeah, paid building. I will also build. Take my first person home. So we're keeping lots of pressure on the family growth queue. So then probably take food and then pulverizer plow again. Or build the pottery. Actually, I kind of like taking food and then playing workshop. No, I want to play workshop assistant after I play the pottery. Let's assume I get to stone. No, wait, it doesn't matter what I do. It matters what the others do. So let's assume Montu gets to stone, and one of Payne or PJ get to stone, and one of them gets to clay. That's 4 more. So that means I can play pottery and then play workshop assistant. Unless PJ17 Renault's here. If PJ17 Renault's with this action, then probably workshop assistant might have come a little too late. All traveling players here. Yeah, so I will want to first action take 5 clay next round. Montu will family growth. Payne will have to start player, so then I can take 5 clay first move, plow a field. So yeah, there it is. Of course, the homekeeper. We knew that was coming. Uh-oh, Montu's gotten a lot too much clay. Yeah, we should have caught that. That's bad by us. Yeah, we didn't catch that. He was taking 1 clay from the 3 clay space. Yeah, okay, yeah, I didn't really read this card carefully. I should have read it more carefully. Yeah, +1 clay accumulation space in a 3-4. Yeah, it specifically says in a 4-player game it's only working on the 2 clay space. Yep. I didn't realize he was doing it either. The extra clay space. The actual card says the hollow space. Right. So in a 3-player game, do you play with 2 1 clay accumulation spaces? In a 3-player game? I don't remember. Yeah, I think it's okay. It's just like we needed to read it. I needed to read it more carefully too. Like it's on all of us. So PJ17 didn't Renault. It's 2x 1 clay space in a 3-player. Yeah, which makes it a lot more obvious. Yeah. It's not the wording actually on the card. That's helpful. Isn't that really helpful? I'll play the pottery here. And eat a clay. So playing workshop assistant in this round would be great. Lay out a bunch of stuff. But I will definitely first action take the clay. And pulverize it. So Montu got, Drill Harrow got to him. Yeah, 3 food to plow field is a little on the expensive side, but you just got to set up a really good feeding engine. The obvious synergy with the sow action is incredible. It's one of those translation issues. Oh, yeah. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Also, I should pick up my well food, which it looks like I never did. Hey, Payne didn't start player. I could start player to family growth next round, but this clay seems pretty important, so I think I'll just take the clay. The clay is really important for me. Yeah, I think they were trying to make things easier with naming the spaces, because they wanted to say not whenever you take wood, but whenever you use the wood forest space or whatever, right? To make things more, to be clear when, you know, when you're taking wood from an action space, whatever. They wanted to be able to formalize that, I think. Montu plays grain harvester, so it just lets him harvest his fields a bit quicker. It helps if you have... Yeah, and to be fair, most of us have never played the revised edition. Like, I don't own it, so I've never played it in real life. Actually, no, that's not true. I have played it. I played it with friends at their house. Friends who got it. They played it like 2 or 3 times, but... so playing workshop assistant here seems good before PJ17 Renos this round. Payne's playing hedgekeeper. Grain utilization is so, for example, and it sounds like it could take grain. Yes, yes. I think I pointed that out myself. All right. Whoops. Unselect everything. Let's play knock here. So we're placing wood stone. We're placing wood reed. We're placing probably reed stone and wood clay. Seems reasonable. 2 reed for 2 times reno, 3 wood, couple stone, clay for pottery. Looks good. Oh, I just realized I could have start player there. I mean, I think I probably will with this action if Payne doesn't, but yeah, I should have taken wood. I should have start playered. I guess Payne is kind of... Is Payne hungry? Is that what's happening? I'm kind of confused why Payne played Hedgekeeper. So does Payne want to get fencing? I don't know. I'm a little confused. PJ17 will take sheep with his last action unless Montu does here. I guess Montu could take the sheep to block him. But yeah, I guess Payne just family grows first action by default if I don't start player here. So if I do start player, what would my 2 improvements be? Woodcraft and Woodrake? That seems fine. Montu did what? Reedstone food? Payne fences. Yeah, so you know what? I think Payne is going to first action take cattle. Well, no, that's probably not a safe bet. I'm just wondering, do I really need to start player? Like, Payne has slow played this family growth so much. And if I don't start player here, we suspect Montu wants to get back in the family growth queue. So I think I'm going to start player here. Start player Woodcraft. And then I can and then I'll start player Woodrake. Or family growth Woodrake, sorry. And then I will play Layabout to skip my feeding in round 11. So what I could do, if nobody else is going to use the sow bake space, I could play Occupation Seed Trader and then sow, buy them, and play Layabout on the bake action. Actually, I'll do the reverse order. Sorry, I'll do the reverse order, of course. I will first use the sow space and then assume that I get... Although, if I don't get cheap Occupation back, that's relevant. Because Montu does want to play his occupation here. He's going to play his hold an extra family member card, I expect. And there is 7 food fishing available, so I think I can get away with Seed Teacher and then 7 food fishing. Although Payne might want the fishing space. Payne's got some use for cattle, I assume. Which is why Payne played Trade Teacher and Hedgekeeper. Yeah, Montu winnowing fan. Yeah, that tells me Montu's got something up his sleeve here. So yeah, he's gonna sow bake with his second action, I bet. If I don't hear. So yeah, I kind of like sow bake. First action, bake, play Seed Teacher. Yeah, I like this. Payne takes the boar. Okay. Someone stole my reed. Oh no, the reed just combined. That's all. So first, play Seed Trader. GGVV. And then I'm going to buy... What am I buying? Buying one of each, probably. To sow it. Yeah. Actually, no. I'll buy 2G, sorry. I want to keep my second food so that I can play expensive occupation layabout if I have to. Yes. Yes, that was silly of me. So now, no matter what, after PJ's move, I'm guaranteed fishing or a layabout. Montu's thinking about starving me here, I assume. Drill harrow, exactly. Plus he's got the grain harvester. Drill harrow plus grain harvester. Seems like a good combo. Now he's saying that can I sow bake with no way to bake? That's an old ruling. Yeah, Monty wanted to bake there, clearly. You can see he's saying that is extremely annoying. Yeah. He definitely wanted to use that space. Monty takes fishing. Figured that was coming. That's okay, even if Pain plays an Ock here, I get to lay about. Lay about! So then my last action, I could probably pulverizer plow again. Oh, my reed keep combining. That's annoying. Also, I want a fence. Monty plays reader. Yeah, I knew this was coming. We knew this was coming. I have no actions. Oh, did I say what I'm going to do with my next action? Yeah, I'm out of actions. You're right, sorry. So skip this phase. Skip the harvest altogether. No feeding, no harvesting grain, no turning a clay into 2 food. So 4 wood first action next round seems pretty good. Also taking 5 clay. I guess just continuously taking 5 clay is reasonable. So I need to get at least enough. I probably won't buy both the Seed Trader vegetables. It seems a little expensive, but I'll definitely buy one of them. So 3 food. Yeah, 3 food for... I guess it's 3 food for 2 points most likely. It's maybe 3 food for 1 point. If it's 3 food for 1 point, that's not really all that valuable. PJ17 playing the Basket Maker's Workshop, so I get to take a pair of things here. I'll take a reed, one of my things with a reed on it. So reed in a wood, I guess, or reed in a stone. Probably reed in a wood, I guess. And then plays Fisherman's Friend. If there's more food, you get the difference from the general supply. Okay, I definitely, when I read this, I assumed I was getting the difference from traveling players. That was just the way I just interpreted it that way for whatever reason. But that was obviously the incorrect interpretation. Because this means that PJ17 gets 3 food at the start of round 12 and 3 food at the start of round 13. And, you know, assuming nobody takes both spaces, seems pretty good. Plus R wood. Well, that's what I thought. I looked at it, was like, this seems garbage, but there are plenty of garbage cards. I don't know why it being garbage. Well, okay, sorry, you're not saying it can't be that way because it would be garbage, but there are plenty of garbage cards. So take fish in round 2 and get 2 food twice more. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, that does seem really good. Yep. AG2 doesn't really have too many totally garbage cards. Yeah, because they didn't want people to have to draft anymore, I guess, right? They didn't want people to have to filter out cards that way. Non-draft and draft 7, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, Montu wanted to sow. He was going to play his reader, get a field, and then go on sow bake and sow a bunch of fields. He's still having a nice game. Gets to go up to his 5th family member. Yeah, I'm really happy that I did. I mean, I'm lucky that Payne had no interest in contesting for family growth, I guess. Wow, I get plow sow here. Unfortunately, I cannot buy a vegetable. Oh, you know what? I can buy a vegetable. Oh, but it means that I have to throw away... No, actually, I don't. What am I saying? I can buy a vegetable. Okay, so I turn 2 clay into a sheep. And then I turn 2 clay into a food. And then I use 3 food to buy a vegetable and plow sow. Five peeps plus baker, basically. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, good way to point it out. I guess plow sow's not like super relevant to me because of the sow bake space, but I don't really want to bake anymore, or I don't want to play any more occupations, so 2 clay total, isn't it? 2 clay to buy muddy puddle. No, 1 clay. Also, I didn't take my reed stone or reed wood. Yeah, thank you, Sid. Appreciate that. PJ17 plays bunk beds. Yeah, Payne's not going to get that 4th family growth for a while. But this means that Montu gets plow sow here. Well, actually, PJ17... I guess there's a chance that I family growth without room. Yeah, PJ can grow with the sheep. Yeah, PJ will grow with the sheep. That's right. No, PJ, yeah, grow with the sheep and then plow sow. Yeah. So then Payne will get, so I might get family growth with room. You know what, because PJ17 and Montu both have 5 family members. So that means I can count on getting family growth without room at some point. Whoops. Wood. Wood reed. Looks right. Getting the 5 clay back would be really nice, but I need the wood first. I need the wood to make room for these animals. I also need food, so I can eat a clay. I guess I'm building a 2 clay fireplace, it seems like. Although 2 clay fireplace is not quite enough. Well, 2 clay fireplace. I think what I want to do is plan to build the stone oven in round 14, assuming it's still available. Yeah, the stone oven round 14 seems quite nice after harvesting 2 grain fields. Maybe even I build the stone oven here and first action sow bake round 14. I could do that to set up my wood rake. Because right now I will have 5 goods without another sow action. And I'm not going to pay 3 food for another vegetable. Yeah, 5 clay and then reno fireplace seems fine. And I'll have to eat some animals kind of inefficiently, but oh well. Yes, Payne might 5 clay here. Payne definitely would like clay to reno with. No, Payne's doing all his fencing here. Interesting. Ooh, interesting. Is he gonna build another room? Farm layout's a little odd. Pulverize. What's Montu doing here? Might reno? Might build the stone oven? Okay, so that's bad for me. I definitely would have liked some way to bake. Well, definitely going to fireplace here. I need to be able to eat, feed somehow. So 2 clay fireplace is okay. Yeah, not getting that hearth is gonna hurt. Now is when it starts to hurt, because my layabout is done and my well food is not coming in anymore. So this is where I really get hurt for not building the cooking hearth. So hopefully all the work I've put into setting up my game so far is gonna pay off. So I probably want to take 2 stone, because if I take 2 stone, then picking up a reed and a stone from my workshop assistant gets me my stone house reno. And I probably want to plan to reno fence in round 14. Yeah, so I mean I can pay 3 clay for 6 food, plus 1 clay that I keep in my supply for pottery for 2 food, so that's something. It would be nice to hold the animals, but like I might be in a situation where my correct action is first move. So Montu, I assume Montu will plow sow first move next round. Does Drill Harrow work on plow sow too? Yeah, Drill Harrow looks really good. The fact that it works on plow sow is kind of crazy. Okay, I could take 3 wood, I could take 4 clay, I could take 2 boar. 2 boar is 4 food. 3 wood is obviously wood for building fences. 4 clay is also good. Yeah, let's take 3 clay here and pulverize. We're pulverizing. Yeah, so first action sow bake next round looks like what I have to do. So in that case, it's possible I get screwed out of fencing. So if I'm going to get screwed out of fencing, I could second action build 4 stables here, jump my 1 clay person home with henpecked husband. Actually, does that work? Do I have to actually build a room? Use a build rooms action with the second person. So it doesn't say build rooms action space. So yeah, I have to actually build, unfortunately. Too bad. Yeah, this card is like pretty narrow as is. It probably would be okay if it worked on stables, but yeah, it doesn't seem like it works with just building stables. These guys are like deliberately avoiding Reno, which kind of sucks. I mean, I guess I'm taking all the clay away from Pain. So that's making it difficult for him to Reno. But yeah, Montu, I assume Montu and PJ17 will both Reno to stone. Which gets me these goods, but if they do it in round 14, of course, I need them to do it earlier than that. Payne is playing Furrows. I assume this is on Family Growth. With chance, assuming like he's banking on getting Family Growth even without room back. I could take 2 wood here if I'm going to fence 10. Fencing 10 is quite sad though. Maybe I just take Traveling Players here, see what comes back. I can Family Growth even without room, but I think my food is really tight. My food is extremely tight here. So I think not Family Growthing here and instead Family Growthing without room in round 14 is fine. It'll be a difference of 2 food, and I'm going to be at the point where, you know, it's going to be... I'm quite hungry. I am really hungry. Man, I need that cooking horse so bad. Imagine I had sown 2 vegetables in a grain. Then I'm eating, you know, one of the vegetables that I harvest here, no problem. I guess what I could have done is I could have tried to play Potato Planter If I had predicted that I was going to take one clay here, I could have taken potato planter. If I played potato planter, yeah, then I'd have gotten an extra vegetable out of it. Then maybe I could have bought this vegetable as well. Okay, do I need to fence here? I think what I do is I leave fence. I could fence 8. I could fence 8 and then take a cattle and breed cattle. I should be able to feed with a sheep the food here and my clay from pottery. Yeah. If I can avoid eating those, that would be nice. Yeah, fencing 8 is so bad. But it lets me breed cattle, so that's something. Yeah, and I can pulverize plow to keep... Yeah, I really need to first action sow bake. The fact that I have to first action sow bake basically means I'm obligated to... But yeah, basically means I'm obligated to potentially give up on Reno Fence. And if I'm potentially giving up on Reno Fence, both PJ17 and Montu want to fence. So... yeah, have to get it done here. But what I will definitely threaten fence. Like I have 2 wood available here. If they both, assuming they both reno, I definitely can threaten the wood, and I can take wood, and I get food from doing it, and I can look at maybe building the joinery, or like if I take wood stone, build the joinery, or I could build stables. Yeah, and I do still have pulverizer plow available. Get a clay in a field. Oh, PJ17 Renos. Why is Reno free? I don't get that. Or hook knife is free. That's what he's saying. Take plus S wood. Montu plays occupation, man with 3 children. Very nice. Very nice. That might be a winning play there for Montu. 4-point action there. IDEC community leader. Nice. Very nice. Take 1 cattle here. And I'll pay a clay. I'll pay 3 clay. Take a cattle. Take a food. Take a boar, which I will eat. Or will I eat the sheep? I'm more likely to be able to get 1 boar than 2 sheep next round. I don't think it matters. Six food, clay, feed 8. Cattle breed. So I'm probably eating 2 cattle. That's probably how I'm feeding at the end of the game here. Yeah. And then I can sow a grain and a vegetable. And then I can bake the grain maybe for... I guess it's... Yeah, it's grain into 2 food, so the baking's not really that significant. Probably just better to eat cattle at the end. Really needed that 7 food fishing action. Yeah. I think Montu probably thought he was starving me. I don't know. I feel like the so bake was good. Yeah, I don't know. I could have taken the 7 food fishing for sure. But then I'm playing layabout. I guess I could just then play layabout for the one food. I know getting the Seed Trader was appealing, and also blocking Montu was appealing, but then Montu got me back, so... Yeah, the 7 food fishing would have been quite good. So kind of an unusual game. Harvest that land, layabout after sowing is pretty suboptimal anyways. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, getting the goods on the field was appealing, but then, of course, you don't harvest them. I guess there's always the chance that the fishing comes back. So if the fishing comes back, I don't have to play... If the fishing comes back, I don't have to play layabout, right? I guess I could have fished first and then counted on the so bake space coming back. I could have done it that way. But if I fish and then so bake comes back, I don't know. Fished in layabouts, yeah, I could have done that. Then played Seed Trader in the next round. Yeah, I guess I was kind of focused on getting 2 occupations out. Certainly 7 food fishing would have been really good. Yeah, I guess the best line, I think, is I sow and then get the fishing back. I guess that's what I was hoping for. Certainly sowing and then having to play layabout, agreed, is very suboptimal, because then the sowing doesn't really matter. Yeah. I mean, Montu basically won this with Clay Warden. Like, he played one card that's given him, like, 12 food or something like that. It's pretty gross. Fish and layabout is better than sow and fishing? I don't know. Harvesting the goods would have been really good. It would have made my my so bacon those rounds really good. Bake a grain here. Do I need the food? If I eat 2 cattle in a grain, that's 9 food. Or 2 cattle in a clay, that's 8 food plus 1 is 9. So no, I won't bake. Okay, trying to get on renovate here seems nice. I could reno strawberry patch, or I could just play layabout. I kind of like taking 3 wood just to force PJ17 and Montu to use their actions. Fish and layabout lets you pulverize into sow bake in stage 5, letting you not have to sow in stage 6. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I use layabout to set up my my rake. Yeah. Might not get to 7 in that line. So, yeah, last action family growth for sure. So the question is just, what are my other moves here? Yeah, so I can't hold another type of animal. And plowing is worth 1 point, but the clay's not worth anything for me because I'm not going to hit the thresholds on pottery. So I think what I do here is I take 3 wood, and then I can build the joinery after I collect wood and a clay. And I get a food actually from doing that with woodcraft. Saw Monty's draft and he won it in the draft. PJ shipped him some good stuff. Yeah, that happens as well. I mean, a lot of these cards I passed on too, right? Like, I passed Drill Harrow, but I mean, I did it because I got Pulverizer Plow, which is too bad that I had 2 really good cards in that pack. Because playing both of them would have been kind of fun. Yeah, Clay Warden has obviously been amazing. It's been really incredible. I mean, we had 2 players take 2 clay in round 2, didn't we? Or did we have 3 2 clay actions in the first round? Something like that. It was something kind of silly like that. Build the joinery here. Okay, so I'm going to get 2 points from my wood rake. And there are no other global bonuses available. Yeah, paint not renovating is kind of too bad. I guess there's still a chance that he renos, but the wood reed is not useful, or reed stone is not useful for me. More than what he was able to. Yeah. 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 But none of us caught it. That's right. We should have caught it. I guess paint is going to reno, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, I don't need those resources. Useful. To a CF feed 9. Oh, I guess I could eat a wood to buy a vegetable, but yeah, it doesn't. It's equivalent, so there's no difference there. All right, so here's my final farm. I have what I score +2. What did I pick over Clay Warden? I don't remember. We'll look at the draft. 42. Looks like we got Payne beat. Payne renos for 4, scores probably around 40. PJ 17, probably in second. Montu is going to have a big reno fence here. So 3 points, 30 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, plus 1, plus 4 points. Oh, maybe it's close. Montu might end around 43, 44. Yeah. Oh no, Earthenware Potter, never mind. Earthenware Potter for 5 points. Yeah, never mind. Montu's like 46 probably. GG. 5 from Earthenware Potter. Yeah, I just realized that myself. Yeah. But I mean, PJ17 came second, so we can't criticize his draft too much. Unless he eats a whole bunch of points here, which he might do. He might end up eating points to go below me. Payne scores 38. I guess he only eats 1 point at most because he just eats all his sheep. So I might tie with PJ17. Probably though PJ ends with PJ beats me probably. Yeah, it was too bad after a 3 wood. So any time that you take 3 wood in stage 1 and 2 reed in stage 3 wood round 1 and 2 reed round 2 and then don't build the first room, that's a problem. Now family growth coming round 7 made me not so sad about that because I did get to grow second, but then the family growth queue was just way too easy for PJ17 and then for Montu to get back in repeatedly. So yeah, I came third here. So that's too bad. Cook, veg, GG. So he didn't eat sheep. Does he get the hook knife points? He does get the hook knife points. Nice. Oh, PJ17 might be, well, maybe 45. Probably not touching 47. 45 or 46 maybe. He did have to eat 2 points to let the sheep breed. So net plus 1 point, so he's probably at 45, yeah. Yeah, I'll take a look at the draft. The power stats are very more useful for me in this format because I like to see, you know, if I'm valuing stuff correctly. Yeah, so I ended up third, which is not great. I might have taken Freshman over Clay Warden. Three, 4, 7, 0, 7, 8. Power rating this format is untrustworthy. Yeah, but I mean, it's useful to see. So, first pick Freshman. Oh, I passed on Clay Warden third. What did I take instead? I took Layabout. Yeah, Clay Warden was really good. Really good. I passed Wood Hut Extender, power 4.3. I don't know, I guess yeah, I thought Freshman was going to be quite good, especially... What did I think was coming back? I guess I thought Reader was probably coming back. Power 6.3 on Reader. That's kind of crazy. And then Site Manager here, power 6.1. Yeah, the power stats are quite wild. There's no way Site Manager is actually a power 6.1. You like Reader? I don't know. Woodhead Extender seems interesting. I don't know. Like there are alternative ways of building rooms. There seems to be a lot of alternative ways of building rooms. Like building 5 rooms does seem to be fairly common, but then you can't build your first room until round 5 usually. I don't know. I like Site Manager. Yeah, Site Manager is quite good. Yeah, Layabout. Obviously, Clay Warden ended up being really good. Food Clay. So let's say you played in round 1. You get 3 food before the first harvest and 3 clay. Yeah, that's quite good. You play a normal wood room and then build 2 more. Wood Hut Extender combos with everything. Yeah, Wood Hut Extender is interesting. I don't know, free occupation seems pretty nice. Like in this game, my feed, like with this game, I just didn't have a way of feeding, right? And so freshman lets me ignore setting up a feeding strategy. Fisherman's Friend. Yeah. Fisherman's Friend is interesting. I wish I had read it correctly. Because obviously Potato Planter was dead in my hand. And I could have used the food at the end of the game. Yeah, Workshop Assistant seems cool. I want to play with that card more. That card seems really cool, Workshop Assistant. I like it. I like the way it interacts with Reno and other stuff. Yeah, I mean, I think the combo with Seed Trader is really good. I didn't obviously use it until late in the game. So, yeah. Like, maybe it would have been a lot better if I had Seed Trader in play earlier plus a bake card. Or plus a clay oven or something. Which, of course, I can do if I maybe play Clay Warden instead of Layabout, right? Then I have 3 random clay and I just build the clay oven, no problem. Could have done something like that. Pulverizer Plow, obviously really good. So I took Wood Rake here over Mining Hammer. So Mining Hammer was 2 free stables versus Wood Rake, which was 2 points. Yeah, Mining Hammer presumes that you reno twice, which I did not end up doing. But it does provide capacity for animals. Truffle Slicer obviously went unplayed because I never got there on the food. Strawberry Patch also went unplayed, which was very unfortunate. I guess I should have just played Strawberry Patch in the last round, eh? Although I did get 1 point from the joinery, 3 points from the joinery, so it's 1 extra point there. Yeah, I got the well. Yeah, the well was quite good. But yes, I could have definitely stolen. Well, I'm honestly, until PJ17 plays that sheep card, I don't think PJ17 is doing well. But then once he plays that family growth on sheep, then it ends up being really good for him. Well, guys, that is going to be all for me. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed this little video. I will be back tomorrow, much earlier. I will be back tomorrow much earlier. And probably around noon Eastern, my usual start time. Yeah, thanks for the stream. Check out, I put the educator video up. Unfortunately, all the stats from you guys watching the rough version don't go over there, so if you guys could do me a favor and even just open it up, leave it up for a couple minutes, maybe give it a like or something, I'd appreciate that. Just because I think this is a kind of video that could reach farther than the people that want to watch full playthroughs. You know, it could reach to the wider Agricola community. So it'd be nice if that video could have some good stats and maybe get recommended more by the algorithm. Yeah. Otherwise, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Oh, awesome. Thanks, Sam Folds. Actually, I think I saw that. I think I pulled that up on the stream. So, and thank you so much to Sanswell for the Twitch sub. And we'll hope you guys enjoyed this little video. And we'll see you next time.